Some names are etched into history not for their accomplishments, but for the fear they instilled. Serial killers lurk in the shadows, preying on the innocent, leaving a trail of devastation in their wake. From the foggy streets of Victorian London to the heart of America, these individuals have committed some of the most shocking and brutal crimes ever recorded. Today, we're diving into the horrifying stories of 5 of the most infamous serial killers in history. Case 1, Jack the Ripper, the Victorian Horror. Jack the Ripper is the ultimate cold case, one that has haunted investigators for over a century. In 1888, the Whitechapel district of London became the hunting ground for an unidentified killer who preyed on female sex workers. His victims were brutally murdered, their bodies horrifically mutilated, suggesting a killer with knowledge of human anatomy. Despite multiple suspects and extensive investigations, Jack the Ripper was never caught. His cryptic letters, including one addressed to Dear Boss, taunted the police, making him one of the earliest documented serial killers to play psychological games with the public. To this day, his identity remains a mystery, fueling endless theories and speculation. Case 2, Ted Bundy, the Charming Monster. Imagine meeting someone who is intelligent, charismatic, and seemingly trustworthy, only to later discover he's a cold-blooded killer. That was Ted Bundy. Between 1974 and 1978, Bundy terrorized multiple states, luring young women into his car by pretending to need help. Once inside, his victims never stood a chance. Bundy's charm and good looks allowed him to evade suspicion for years, even escaping from custody twice. He represented himself in court, maintaining an eerie sense of confidence and arrogance. Eventually, he confessed to over 30 murders, though the real number may be much higher. Bundy was executed in 1989, but his chilling legacy endures as a case study in manipulation and evil hidden behind a friendly face. Case 3, Jeffrey Dahmer, the Milwaukee Cannibal. Jeffrey Dahmer wasn't just a murderer, he was a monster who committed some of the most gruesome crimes ever recorded. From 1978 to 1991, Dahmer lured young men to his Milwaukee apartment, where he drugged, tortured, and killed them. But what set him apart was what he did after. Dahmer kept trophies, body parts, bones, and even attempted to create what he called a zombie by drilling into his victims' skulls. When police finally caught him, they found a scene straight out of a horror film, a freezer filled with body parts, photos of dismembered corpses, and even evidence of cannibalism. He was sentenced to life in prison but was beaten to death by another inmate in 1994. Case 4, John Wayne Gacy, the Killer Clown. John Wayne Gacy seemed like an ordinary man, a respected businessman, a community volunteer, and even a children's entertainer known as Pogo the Clown. But beneath the mask of normalcy was a sadistic killer responsible for the deaths of at least 33 young men and boys. Between 1972 and 1978, Gacy lured his victims into his home, where he would torture and strangle them. Many of his victims were buried in the crawl space beneath his house. When the stench became overwhelming, he ran out of room and started dumping bodies into a nearby river. His downfall came when a missing teen's family led police to his doorstep, uncovering one of the most horrifying crime scenes in American history. Gacy was executed in 1994, but his twisted legacy as the killer clown still haunts pop culture. Case 5, the Zodiac Killer, the Coded Killer. Unlike the others on this list, the Zodiac Killer was never caught. In the late 1960s and early 70s, a mysterious figure terrorized California, taunting authorities with coded messages and chilling letters. He claimed responsibility for at least 5 confirmed murders, but he hinted that the real number was much higher. His victims ranged from young couples on dates to cab drivers shot in cold blood. Despite extensive police efforts and even amateur codebreakers working for decades, only one of his 4 ciphers has been fully solved. The most infamous letter ended with the chilling phrase, "I like killing people because it's so much fun." Theories about his identity range from ex-military personnel to well-known suspects like Arthur Lee Allen, but the case remains officially unsolved. Could he still be out there, or did he take his secrets to the grave? These killers left behind a legacy of fear, trauma, and mystery. While some were caught and faced justice, others remain ghost stories, unknown figures who could still be out there. The most disturbing part? Serial killers often blend into society, hiding in plain sight. Could there be another monster like Bundy or Gacy lurking in the world right now? Which of these cases chills you the most? Do you believe the Zodiac Killer will ever be identified? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more chilling true crime content.